Thank you.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Nick from Millburn Hall Hoops and Happening post-game show. We are live. I am joined by Eli, our producer and co-host, and Paul Justafani, our co-host. Let me start off by saying we could not have lost this game tonight. Could not lose to this team 2 years in a row. We came back in the second half and we had a 70 to 58 point win. And, it was a tale of two halves. But last year, everyone says, well, last year you would have lost a game like this. But the simple truth is, last year we did lose a game like this. We lost this game, and we could not lose this game tonight. And I know everyone says, well, you got to make adjustments at halftime. And, we did make adjustments at halftime. But I'm going to say what were those adjustments? Those adjustments were we defended the three much better in the second half. Collins on Monmouth had a dynamite 11 at the half, and he ended with 13. So we concentrated on him more. We had Hines, who just stepped up. And if I heard right, he had 7 blocked shots. I mean, this kid's a freshman. Game 6, the game with 7. We lead the country. Seton Hall University from South Orange, New Jersey leads the country in blocks. I mean, I go beyond the all-time career record for blocks. And, Hines, they hear him when he does. I mean, he's going to break that record. He's on a tear. He's got – it's rare to have a shot blocker. I know Paul remembers Bill Russell. Hines not only blocks shots, but he keeps them in play. So if you were to block every shot and it would go out of bounds, like, what good is it? But you create a turnover by keeping it in play, and then it turns into transition. But, great game tonight. I think Shaw's rotation, I know Paul said something. Not a big – we did a hockey line shift, but we did go 9 and 10 deep. And I think it wore the other team out. The last 2 games, we had great second half. And that may be why, because of going with the rotation. I thought Clark stepped up second half and played really well. I mean, Stanton played, Peter up, came off the bench, great bench player. Williams started the game and played really well. Payne got in a little trouble early, but Paul, your thoughts of the game tonight? I know you're in the go. Paul, you there?
Yeah, kind of.
Eli,
can you guys hear me? Because there was. I sort of lost my connectivity. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So I saw a lot of good, and I saw a lot of bad, and I saw a lot of ugly in this game. From the good point, State and McCray kept us in the game in the first half, like 3 for 8 from the 3-point line, and I thought he had an excellent first half. Really, again, kept us in the game. Second thing was, in addition to those block shots, Monmouth turned the ball over 20 times. They were not turnovers that were unforced. There were a lot of pressures, a lot of steals, a lot of tapping the ball out after they broke through the press. Defensive pressure was amazing. There was a point in the second half where they made 1 basket. Okay, they had only had, for the first 15 minutes of the second half, they were 1 for 11 from the floor. So the defense in the second half was outstanding. On the bad side, and the third thing that was good is, even Payne was in foul trouble and didn't play a lot, I love his pick and roll game. I love the way he sets that screen and then goes to the basket. I also love Hines' hands. We talk about his block shots. He has such great hands. He actually caused a couple of steals. He didn't get credit for them because the other guy picked the ball up, but he tapped the ball away a couple of times inside. And
right.
I thought that was really, really terrific defense. We had too many hands. We had too many reaches on defense. Darb had a stupid foul where he was running up the floor and just reached out and got called for a foul. There were a couple of other plays like that. We got to keep watch our hands. We're going to have games like this that don't have flow. And
Dark
Nets
Paul
this
had
game did
20
not have.
minutes tonight, but the thing is, like you said, when you go 9 or 10 deep, you could get in a little bit of foul trouble, right?
Well, that was the good thing.
Out
We had a bunch of guys who got 3 or 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Payne got into foul trouble, I think. Fishing out of it, and even had 3. So we have options. But what I hate is just that running up the floor, reach in, you're not going to get a steal, and you get called for a dumb foul, and you end up shooting one-on-ones from the 14 minutes on till the end of the game. We just see, that was a little bit frustrating. The last thing I thought, Bud Clark, I'm not sure I feel about him right now. He took over the game, and there were chunks in the end of the first half and in the middle of the second half where I thought he was just bouncing the ball too much. Their offense flowed better, I thought, for the time that Parker was playing point guard. They moved the ball better. So as important as Clark is and as good as he is going to the basket, he can't take over the game because the team is going to be one-dimensional. One last thought, Clark Steele with 40 seconds left to go in the game, and Hines got a block with 25 seconds left to go in the game. So about a team that is playing defense for 40 minutes, in a game they're up 10 or 12 points. The game is over, and that guy Rivera Torres goes side the lane, and Clark strips him of the ball and takes it the other way. There's 40 seconds left to go in the game, so they keep playing, and the defensive intensity, especially in the centers.
Let me just say that the word was coming in about the preseason, about the workouts, but the 2 guys that were most impressive were Payne and Clark. And so I think the player that you really have to be surprised about that came in late, he reclassified, was Hines. Did you expect play from the Eli, you're a freshman. Did you expect your classmate to step up and you wanted nation leaders and block shots? Did anybody see that coming?
I don't think a lot of people did. And before I get to my comments, we have 2 callers in here now. I want to get them in because they've been waiting a little bit of time. We have Gary and William here, so I'm going to bring both of them in now. Gary and William. Guys, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Gary first. Hi, Gary.
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, great show, by the way.
Thank you.
One of the things that I noticed that we haven't had in a long time with a Pirate team is 2 really capable point guards. With Parker and with Clark, I think Shaw's got what he was looking for a long time.
Yep.
Last year we had 1 point guard and he played 40 minutes. And
Well, Gary, let me interrupt you. Who was our point guard last year?
well, I meant 2 years ago.
Dylan was our point guard, and Dylan's not a point guard.
Right,
Garway was our
exactly.
point guard, and I don't know what he did.
That's my point. Exactly. We've got 2 point guards. I think Parker is just as good, maybe even better than Clark. The way he played tonight, I was very impressed. I wasn't expecting that. And the other thing, just to reiterate what some others have said, is Hines to me, I think, is going to be a superstar. I know Shaw's limiting his time, and Payne is taking over the center spot a lot. But Hines is going to prove by the end of the season that he's going to be one of the best shot blockers, and I also agree that he's got tremendous hands. I love the way he plays on the ball. And the last thing I just wanted to mention is towards the end of the game, we were up by 13 points. And there was about less than a minute to go. And these guys were diving on the floor for loose balls. The hustle that these guys have, especially on defense, is so impressive. And that had to make Shaw smile, I got to tell you.
Gary, let me ask you a question. So when you made a great point about, Payne and Hines, what do you do when you get Goodswill back? Do you play Payne at the 4? Will he do that?
Well, I don't. I think he'll do anything that Shaw asks him to do.
No. Do you think
Uh,
Shaw would do that?
well, I don't think so. I think I got to say, I'm not sure what we're going to see out of God's will. He hasn't played at all this year, and he's going to be coming back off of an injury. And Shaw's the kind of guy who plays the guys that are working. And
Right.
right now, Payne and Hines are really looking good out there. And I don't know if there's a place for God's will. Maybe if we have a game that we're up by 20 points, they might we might see him. But I really think you know it's Wally Pip. He's if you're not playing and somebody else steps in, you're going to lose out.
You think he's going to be the odd man out, or he could be the odd man out, right?
I think so. I think he might be riding the pines for a while.
I mean, it's a good problem to have, right? Because as the season
Exactly.
goes on, you will have injuries, right?
Exactly.
Gary, let me
Hopefully
ask
we
you one more
won't. But
question. I'm going to ask a question for you and the Paul, because this
yeah,
is Paul's guy. Rivera made his debut tonight. What do you guys think?
I'll let Paul go first.
Go, Paul.
I watched him shoot those 2 foul shots, and I think I'm going to have him come to my backyard and brick wall or something else because
Paul.
he's.
Paul.
I'm sorry. I hope you can't deny his intensity. He was only on the floor for a couple of minutes. He's a 50% foul shooter. I think we saw it tonight. I think they give him some enforcement minutes.
So is he going to make his next?
I'm sorry. He's due.
Gary, what do you think about? What do you think about?
But I mean,
Rivera?
I don't think he's gonna be much of an impact on this team. But you know what? I don't think we need him. I think we've got so many guys who really have stepped up. When you play 10 deep, that's a team.
Yes.
That's a team, and we've always had trouble uh, with guys, important guys who have foul trouble and have to sit for long periods of time. And we didn't have the guys that could come in and pick up the slack. And if we had a nice lead, we ended up losing it.
Do you think we wore them down, Gary?
Absolutely. We've worn down every team we've played so far, all 4 games. The second half, these guys, we had them so tired, and especially tonight, these guys couldn't make a basket.
Right.
They were like 2 for 11 or something in the second half, with like 13 or 14 minutes in the game in the half. We haven't played a really strong game yet, and once we hit Maui, shit's gonna hit the fan. But right now, we're looking good. We're looking really good, and I can't remember we were 4-0 before.
Well,
It's been
Gary,
a while.
last year we didn't even have a 3-game winning streak. This year we
Yep.
have a 4-game winning streak, and
Yep.
this year we have 4 wins, which is more than half of our win total last year of 7.
And you know what? Some of those 4 wins are games that we would have lost last year.
This game we did lose last year,
Right.
right?
No, but I mean the game that we were playing this year, we won several of them that we should have lost if we had last
Previous
year's
years,
team.
yeah.
Yep.
Great point.
Yep.
All right, Gary,
Yeah,
let me let
we
you go.
yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Gary. Do it again.
You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Thanks,
Thank
Gary.
you. All right, guys, I'm going to let Gary go real quick. And before we get to William, I got breaking news from J.D. Walker of Rivals. Shaw just confirmed in the presser, Felton torn ACL. What does that mean, guys?
Wow.
Torn ACL.
Wow.
I saw the guy. I saw him. He was hobbling around on crutches, had a smile on his face. But what's the timetable? Paul, William, do you guys know ACL?
I got no idea.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a tough injury.
That's a tough injury, man. Sorry for that.
Prayers.
Nicole
Prayers.
says he's done for the season. That's what her prediction is going to be.
Wait, what do you like?
Nicole says in the comments that he's done for the season is her prediction.
Eli, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's we're almost in December already because you have
Right.
2 more games in November left, including Maui, and if he's even going to fly to Maui with the injury, so I think he's probably done for the season then. He'll be
So
back
he's
next year.
played
Well,
what?
I
He's
would
played
imagine-
3 games, right? So Paul, we
He played
can
3
redshirt
games,
him,
yep.
right? Medical red shirt.
Yeah, I believe he can have a medical red shirt. And given the point guard situation on the team right now, that might be the best thing for him
That's a fair
because
point
he
too.
gets an extra year of eligibility. And right now between the way Clark plays and the way Parker plays, he'd be fighting for minutes. He medical red shirt, gets 6 months to rehab his leg, and comes back next year. And potentially he's got a couple of seasons to play point after after the rest of the guys leave. That I think might be helpful.
That's a fair point too. You just brought up. I mean, you have the rising stars coming up. You have including Duncan Hines, as we mentioned. AJ is up there now, but if it's definitely a loss for sure, and it's a good time for him to rest and recover for next year. And if he is a seen all pirate next year, because we all know how the NIL works, hoping that he has come back strong and has a better season and a strong season next year.
Yeah,
Oh, and by
I'm
the
sure
way,
he's going to get the best rehab that's humanly possible. Bobby, what's up, Bobby? Bobby,
What's up,
torn
fellas?
ACL for
What's that?
Felton.
Shot confirmed it's torn ACL.
Oh wow! I thought it
and
was
the medical red.
Achilles.
I didn't figure it was Achilles.
30%
I didn't
of
think
your
it was.
games. I'm sorry. The medical red shirt rule is 30% of your games. We have 8-9 games yet, so he should be able to medical red shirt if that's what they want to do. Which
That's
would probably be
what they
best for
have to do, right?
him. Absolutely.
Bill, what do you? And Christina's saying, Dad, I called it the second he went down.
Yeah,
yes, Dr. Christina, you called it. Great job. Bill, what do you think about the game tonight? I saw you there. Bill was sitting behind Mr. Carino.
I thought Seton Hall, they played a better second half. They kind of came out and got a little fiery in the second half compared to the first half, which they only shot 22% in the game. In the first half, I thought TJ Simpkins, Adam Clark, AJ McCray, they kind of came along good tonight. With Adam had 13.6 assists. AJ had 13 points. He played a good game. And also Simpkins was on the boards with 14 points. I don't know where Hines. I know he had a lot of good shots and a lot of block shots tonight. Hines.
He had 7, Bill. 7 block shots.
Okay, because I don't have the final box score. So, I think they played well in the second half. What they got to do, like going forward, they can't fall behind. Like in the past, Seton Hall has fallen behind in the first half, and they were trying to play catch up, but they came back. They kind of got a little awoke in the second half. I thought they played a better, second half compared to the first half.
Bill, do you think the depth of 9 and 10 players helps us and makes us a better second half team?
Say it again, Nick.
Do you think the depth that we have this year, going 9 and 10 deep, make us a better second half team?
Yeah, I think so because granted that the bench, like I said in previous shows, I think Seton Hall has a good bench. They can, go back, change anytime. Well, yeah. I mean, if you could, it's like you got to keep. He's trying to find what I think he's trying to do is, does he have the right guys for the right time in the rotation? You know what I mean? Where Seton Hall, where Shaheen could actually, like you say, the hockey shift. they call it with the shuffle or something.
Right. But the line change.
Yeah, the line change. I think you're going to see that more often this year than um you know. But I think this team is going to go a long way. They kind of played the better second half. Uh, AJ Stanton was real on his game tonight. Shot a couple good threes in the game. And that's what it is. So Seahawks 4-0, and we move on to New Haven next week.
Before the game tonight, I went to American Whiskey with Annette that, had a rough day. Just go in there, relax a second. I saw Bobby, one of your all-time favorite Seton Hall Pirates, Remus Caucanus. He was at the game, and then we saw him over. I think it's great that players are coming back. Remus was there. Nicole, if you're still there, one of your all-time favorite players, and you said he was going to be a guest on our show. We're still waiting. Jaden Bediako was at the game tonight, hanging out with the guys. So, yeah, I think that's what makes a really good program when your players come back. Bobby, your thoughts of the game tonight?
I'll be honest. I'm up here at the resort, so I get pulled in a million directions. So I'm just shorting to help you guys out. But, no, good win. I saw they were down at the halftime. I watched a little bit of the game. So, I mean, to me, we're getting the best of all the worlds. Now, like you said, we're getting a bit of adversarial conditions. We're down at halftime. We're not playing well, and it shows that we can come back. So it's just, we're little by little learning and getting where we need to be, and it's just part of the learning curve.
Bobby, did you think we'd be 4-0 at this point?
Yeah, I'm thinking 5-0 to start. I really, and hey, this is the first time we were really down at halftime, right? So we're setting ourselves up to learn.
We were down. I think the Wagner game we were down by 1 or 2 at the half.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm starting to think. Now the one thing I was starting to think about before was maybe is it so? All right, so we're playing 3 games at Walsh to start the season. Maybe that has something to do with the slow start today because now they're all back and forth. Big arena, small arena, big arena, small arena. And with a team that's not consistent yet and learning to play with each other, maybe it's not a great thing.
You see, I agree with Bobby. I don't think this is a great thing that they're going to 5 different places at once. And remember, after the New Haven game on Monday, they're going to Hawaii. It's a new atmosphere too. I mean, you're going from gym to gym to gym, and you're going from the biggest arena, with the big jumbotron, big everything, to Walsh Gym, which is small. Typically you play that in high school and stuff, and then now you're going to Hawaii, and you're going to experience what happens in Hawaii.
Eli, I hope that we take chartered to Hawaii, because I know when my son was on the team and they took I think they went commercial to Hawaii when they were, I don't know what they were. It was some Pearl Harbor Classic. You try to get like 6'11", 7-foot guys, with one seat. That's it. It just can't be done. No. I mean, that's a long flight.
I think they're going to definitely charter it because, I mean, you're going to Hawaii. I mean, that's such a long flight. I mean,
yeah, I hope they're chartering. They do charter. I don't know if they charter every game, but they charter a lot.
And Nick, that's both teams. The women are right now in California.
Yeah, that's right too.
It's crazy what the travel they're doing.
A lot of money right there.
Night, right?
What's that, Nick?
The women are tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
So the men are 4-0. The women are 1-0. I mean, good things so far. Let's keep it going.
We have the Stack Monster here with us.
Oh, God. Yeah, I saw him tonight. I went and got him a soda. Good guy.
All right. Oh, he just left. Okay.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Thanks, Glenn.
Nicole, why don't you hop on? You're stalking the show. You might as well hop on.
Oh, hold on. Here he is. He's back now.
All right, let's get the entertainment. This is the entertainment portion of our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you hear us?
Can you see me? Is my camera on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Like I have a little bit of time before I got to hit the sack because I don't have to work out tomorrow. First of all, we talked about this morning. If you had a chance to look at my video, we talked about getting the mind and the body right. So the first half, things didn't go right. So I got my blood pressure cuff ready to go. I want to see what my blood pressure is right now. Let's see what we got here. Now, I was pumped up. We had a good second half. Why isn't this working? All right. All right, deep breath. Hold on now.
What is he doing?
He's doing a blood
Blood
pressure
pressure. I'm
thing.
taking the blood pressure here. There
He's
we
ta-
He's
go.
doing
oh
blood
my
pressure live
God.
All right, I got my own
on
blood
Surge
pressure
Sports.
cuffs.
Oh Lord, say
What
help
we
me.
got
Lord
here?
help me.
I want to see how it compares. I should have brought it with me to the game tonight, but it's
Nicole's
no place to
laughing.
plug it
Come
in.
on.
I mean,
All
this is
right.
hilarious.
All right, hold on now.
Oh my
All right, she's
God.
going down. All right, love these automatic blood pressure cuffs, man. You ought to
Christina
get one.
said he's got props.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
He
Now
is a
this is
prop.
after a long, hard day since 4:45 this morning. All right, way too high. Why is it saying 164 over 91? I think I'm clinically dead here, guys.
Oh
Um,
my
the
God.
other morning when I took my blood pressure, I was like 114 over 57. Now I'm 164 over 91. That's got
All
to
right,
be wrong.
Dr. Kildare, what do you think about the game? Tell us your thoughts of the game.
I think it was the tale of two games. Tail of the first half, tail of the second half. First half, blood pressure through the roof. Second half, blood pressure much better. Um, yeah, I mean, look at we just had to make our layups, and we make our
Hmm.
layups, and we're good to go, right? We made them in the second. We came out fast. The ball moved better in the second half. First half, not so much. Shaw said during the post game that he still sees too much standing around. He doesn't like all that standing around. They got to do something about that. I don't know if you guys heard on Hall Line, but Shaw confirmed with Gary Cohen in the post game ACL for Jassim. You guys might already talked about that, but it's confirmed. So he's out for the year. Mr.
Well,
Feldman.
let's use your expertise, Glenn. Torn ACL. What's the time frame?
Oh, I mean, if all goes well, he'll be back next year.
At the beginning of the year?
Yeah, he should be good to go. You're talking, yeah, he should be good to go. 12 months, good rehab. You know, maybe they start
When
him
would he
off
start
slow.
rehab? When would he start rehab theoretically?
Well, honestly, I get a lot of ACL once the swelling's down. If they don't do surgery right away, you could start preoperative strengthening right away. Heat, stim, neuromuscular stimulation. When you get the swelling post knee injury like that, the quad, the middle part of the quad tends to shut down, and it weakens very quickly. So, different people progress at different rates, but he should definitely be back next year. Depending how cautious the medical staff is. You know, I'm not rehabbing uh, high level college basketball players, but they also. It's not like you come to my clinic, you're going to get 2-3 times a week until your insurance runs out. He's going to get treatment 24/7. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And his age and the fact that he's an athlete,
yeah.
is that in his advantage?
Sure. The stronger you are going in, the better your prognosis. Because and the question is how long before they do the surgery. It really depends. Depends on the doctor. Depends on the swelling and all that sort of thing. So we'll see what happens. But he'll be back. I got to see him as he came out of the tunnel, and I told him I was saying some prayers for him. So I didn't offer my services. I figured he's well taken care
He
of.
had a big smile on his face, right?
You should see their. Well, my little guy, my little mini man Murphy. All right, little man Murphy. He gave him a fist bump, and the guy. Little man Murphy. I don't know if you saw my pregame post, but little man Murphy. It's been like a year and a half. I've been trying to get him to high five me and fist bump me. Tonight, I finally got my wish. So honestly, all's good. I don't need anything else for Christmas. I'm good to go. I'll tell Mrs. Stackmaster, don't buy me anything. Let's save money. Because I gotta save money. You know why? Look at
Why?
this desk. Look at all these bills. I worked late last night. I was at the game tonight. I was at the game Monday night. I got stacks of bills. Look at these receipts here. Oh my God, I got receipts coming out the wazoo. Oh God,
All
what am I
right.
gonna do?
Stack,
Oh,
final
you guys
thoughts
want
before we let you go.
my thoughts are I like this team. I think that once Shaw figures out the rotations, I think that we're going to be pretty good. But until we get to Maui, until we get into the Big East play, we're not really going to get a true sense of what we could be. I love what Simpkins bought. I thought Simpkins played well. I liked Trey Parker came alive a little bit in the second half. I think we're going to need him with Jassim out.
Let me ask you one more question before I let you go. What player has surprised you the most this year?
I would say I didn't know anything about Simpkins, so Simpkins, yeah.
All right. Thank you,
won that
Stack
for me.
Monster.
All right, guys. God bless. All right. Have a good night.
Is that
Thank you.
Nicole Gizzy? Nicole, are you here?
She just dropped off.
She just left.
I got her.
You got it? Okay. No, William's trying to get back in. He'll be back in a second.
Had to get a sandwich, Will. So
The Stack Monster made a good basketball point when he said that we missed too many layups.
Yeah, no,
And
he made a great point, and
to-
he also his medical thing was great too. I'm glad he came on. It was very very relevant.
And the thing about the layups is we had 16 offensive rebounds, which sounds great until you realize it was because we couldn't make a layup. There were 3 or 4 times that we had putbacks that we couldn't have on the basket.
It was very frustrating. At one point, our shooting percentage was worse than our 3-point shooting percentage. How is that even possible? We're shooting like 20%.
Especially
They
for
were
us.
shooting 66% from 3 in the first half, and then they dropped down. We tightened it up. Nicole, you there now? Nicole? What's she doing?
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
you're there.
Nicole, you will never guess. Okay, so I sit where I sit. There are 2-seat rows. So it's Nick and Brielle, and then it's Christina and Annette and me and Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, there was the same people immediately behind us for like 10 years. You know who the new people behind us now are? You'll never guess.
I do know.
You do? Oh, my God. It was so amazing.
I saw the post.
Lisa Finnemore Jones, who is a rock star, is sitting right behind us. I couldn't have picked it out any better if I wanted to. That is awesome.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
You can see him.
Okay, because for some reason it says on my end camera access not granted.
No, you're there. And you're not as worn down as you say you are.
Oh, believe me, I am extremely worn down. My feet are blistering.
Lisa's watching.
Well, it's a lot of dancing you do in Atlantic City. That's why.
No. Today was just... I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, didn't you have an office meeting tonight? Didn't you guys have a meeting or something?
Uh-huh.
And I guess it didn't go well?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's not as great as I was hoping, but...
Someone got reamed out?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
All right. Off the air.
I'm just tired.
Lisa is a rock star. Lisa and Scott, amazing. I can't ask for it any better. Eli, what player this year is surprising you the most?
Everybody's been talking about him. I would have to go with Duncan Hines. Duncan Hines. I don't know. We didn't really talk about him much in the beginning, especially media day and everything. He wasn't one of the names that, we were looking out for. And all of a sudden, he's just a player to watch for with the Seton Hall team. It's amazing the turnaround.
Paul, what about you? Paul, you analyze this team better than anybody.
Absolutely.
Your Blue Ribbon Notebook didn't do a better job than you, and that's the Ken Palm isn't as good as you with this team. I don't know, other teams maybe, but I'm saying that from the heart. So who surprised you, Paul? And who disappointed you so far?
So I think Dar has disappointed me.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot of minutes, and you don't hear his name a lot.
Right.
Hines surprised me, and that's odd because we all knew he was going to be good, but I didn't think I was going to see this level of athleticism. I didn't think he was going to block this many shots. There was a play where the ball went inside. The kid had a layup, and Hines took one to him, and he kicked it out to the guy, the 3-point shooter, or whatever his name was, Jack.
Collins. Collins was
it up Collins.
Collins.
He kicked the ball, but the guy had a layup, and I was thinking to myself, Hines absolutely changed. It didn't just change the shot; he changed the play. Because rather than take a layup, he found an open man because he knew he was going to get the ball smashed back into his face. Now that's, to have that kind of an impact inside from a freshman who was trying to think about going to college and play football 6 months ago is really pretty amazing to me.
Wait, he was going to go play football? Is that true?
Well, he's a football player. I don't know if he was going to go. He was a very good football player. There was a point at which they were talking about that.
What position, Paul?
I'd have to look. I'd have to check. I'd have to look it up. But I know that he was a two-sport athlete in high school.
I would imagine tight end, right? Like with his height.
Oh yeah. So I
would think lineman.
I will have to check it out to see, and I want to be more accurate about how close he was to talking about playing collegiate football. Nick, one other point from me. I think that the way this team is set up, they've got to make layups because they make a shot, they set up the press, they trap, they get a steal, they make another shot, they get a layup. They remind me of the old Georgetown teams that used to go on those 8-0 runs that took 45 seconds. But it all starts with them shots on the offensive end. And in the first half, with them missing shots, Monmouth very easily turned it into a half-court game. And we can play a half-court game, especially with Hines. He's got inside moves.
That's not our strength, Paul. We don't want to play the half-court game.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. That's not optimum. And we much rather run up and down the floor.
Paul, you're muted. Yeah. So
I mean, have to stop talking. I can imagine.
You're pulling a stack.
It doesn't happen on this show often.
Someone said that about me, actually. So what I do, guys, just so you know, I go down when we're on, and I go down and I hit all these groups, and I hit a group that had nothing to do with basketball at all. So Merle, you're watching. I don't know if you're a college basketball fan, but I appreciate you watching. Sorry I hit your group. Wasn't my intention, but you're a great friend, and this is my other life. This is my life away from other stuff, and yeah. Eli, other thoughts of the game tonight? What do you think?
Again, the big issue, I say it every week, and I'm going to continue to say it.
Oh, God, Eli.
The three-pointers. I mean, we were, 4 for 14 in the first half? I mean, 10 shots right there. Could have been twos. You could have attempted, but... And then what do we end? 7-22 at the end of the night? 3 threes we made in the second half.
Paul wants 7 threes a night. That's Paul's goal.
That's fine.
Right,
no problem. But not 22 shots, though.
Yeah, that's
not 22 shots you take.
22.
That's true. But again, every time you bring this up, Eli, I'm going to ask you the question. Who's going to hit the threes?
Nobody, because you don't have a shooter.
Right, exactly.
The only guy who had a decent night on threes was AJ. And, TJ had a pretty good night, too.
AJ and TJ and Williams are 3-point shooters. Bud is not a 3-point shooter. We've learned.
But you can't be taking 22 shots, though. That's what I'm annoyed about.
So you want to work the ball into Hines more. That's what you're saying?
Pretty much. Just work inside the paint. Not take shots like nothing. Here's William. He's back in with us.
By the way, Hines was recruited by University of South Carolina and West Virginia at tight end.
Tight end, right? Wow.
Tight end.
Could you imagine him over the middle? Oh my God, knock somebody over. But he has tremendous athleticism. Because
you know what though? There are a lot of NFL guys, current and former, who started out as playing basketball and played tight end in the NFL. So he did the right choice because if he plays basketball and if he has that athleticism, the NFL will find him if he doesn't go to the NBA.
Bill's back on. Bill, what do you think about Hines? What do you think about the upside, Bill?
I think Hines is one of those special guys that came to Seton Hall and he was recruited. And I think he's going to be a well athlete, if he gets his feet under him. He's a well-shot blocker that I've seen. He goes up for he actually physically goes and tries to block the shot. You've seen him in these 4 games. I think he's something special that Seton Hall and Shaheen has found in Plainfield. One of those local guys that would make a difference in the game.
Yeah, and you hit the thing, local guys. Anybody, we signed another kid this week. Anybody want to talk about it? Payday. Payday is coming to the hall. Paul, tell us about Payday.
I have not had a look, Nick. I'm completely focused on this year. I'll have to be ready for next show.
It was kind of a late announcement, right? Like it came
Well,
out
no.
as
Nick, hold on. This week was signing period. That's why you see the women all the 4 signings.
Yeah.
right, but the men we were in on Payday for a really long time, right? And then, we weren't going to get him. We were going to get him. We couldn't afford him, on and on and on. And, Shaw closed on Payday like he closed on Hines. Guys, this is good. You win the recruiting wars. You win the NIL wars. You're going to win the games.
So, by the way, Stack Monster's blood pressure's down to 112 over 59.
Yeah, so congrats to him.
Did we get a pulse ox or a on him either? I mean, I would like to get the rest of his vital signs if we could.
The guy drives me crazy. He was actually a great guest tonight. He made some great points, but he still drives me. Is that him again?
No, but please let us know. That'd be great for laughs. I mean, Paul, great points there.
By the way,
my next question is, Nicole, what are you eating?
Exactly. A new segment. What is Nicole eating?
So last year we had the Jack Snacks for our St. Mary games. Now we have Nicole Eats.
Nicole Eats.
So we got to find out what the menu choice is tonight.
We don't Bill left for get a sandwich. You know that, right, Bill?
Yeah, I can get one. You want what type of one? Turkey and
before
cheese?
you left to get a sandwich and he came back.
No. I actually, what happened was I got kicked off. This is what happened was.
Well, let me. We got. Is Kelly Ananabe still there, aka Nicole Gizzy? Nicole, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes.
All right.
What are you eating?
Put down the whatever the cupcake.
Ramen.
It's salad.
I meant to tell you. I meant to tell you guys in the media room.
From the meat.
In the media room, they had cupcakes tonight.
They had cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yeah, Seton Hall had it was the Seton Hall SH. It was the colors of the school.
Yeah,
and
they had those
like
cupcakes in the room I was in too. Yeah.
Is it cupcake day soon? That's what I heard though. That's why.
Bill, did they have cookies? Did they have the Seton Hall cookie?
Yes, they did.
What was the spread tonight, Bill? What was the main course?
It was chicken. It was chicken. It was steak,
ribs, chicken, ribs, and something else.
Everything.
Indian food. They had Indian food last time. Remember?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Indian food. Yep.
Did you Bill? Did you bring Carino a cookie?
No.
Nicole, I got. Oh,
Glenn says thanks for the water, Nick.
Oh, of course.
From Stack Monster.
Let me ask you a question, Nicole. Kelly Ananabe. So Ike is one of your all-time favorite Pirates. We know that. At this point of his career, is Hines better than Ike?
I mean, I missed tonight's game, so I don't really have much to compare.
But what you've seen, Hines had 7 blocks tonight, Nicole. 7.
Okay, that's pretty
good. He
had
had 6 another game.
I like to make a comment on that one.
Go on.
This is only our 3rd game. Can I answer that question? Fourth game. Sorry, 4th game. This is only our 4th game fully. I can't fully answer that question until the season's over, until we see what happens this season and does he live up to the stats as before. 4 games, great. I want to see him. What's his potential against Big East opponents? Then I'll go ahead and give my judgment.
Great.
Right now, these are out of conference games right now. Keep that in mind.
The protege, Eli. Great point. I absolutely. And I got to tell you, I was watching Georgetown last night. It was a morgue. No one was at the Georgetown game last night. We did not have a great crowd tonight. I would say fair.
They didn't look good at all.
Yeah, but Georgetown's was worse. And they did my favorite activity again. Bill, were you there for the mattress race?
Yep, I've seen it.
Somebody's going to fall ass over tea kettle and kill themselves. But it's very entertaining. I will say that.
Let me tell you.
I actually watched it this time. Okay.
Let me tell you, that's one entertaining thing that they do every week. And it's the most exciting because it's a really fun race if you think about it.
No, it
is.
Know what?
If you want to see them kind of not to be rude, but I kind of miss her, like, not make it just for the laugh. I mean, because that's what it's all about, the fan experience. I mean,
Nicole, put up a post and say, Flagman or mattress races. I'm curious to see what gets more votes.
Well, Flagman was awful the first game. Was he better tonight?
I think he bummed out the first time, and they had to bring him back with like a minute left as I was going out. I don't know. I think he was better.
First game, he knocked the flag over and hit three cheerleaders.
He almost killed poor Father John.
No.
Yes, the flag almost hit Father John.
well, can I also just say that that flag is a little too big for, I mean, that type of stadium and everything.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
could
kind
go
of
a
the idea.
little lower, a little smaller. I mean, the guy couldn't even barely hold it when I saw some videos today. Not to be rude, but
Well, in the summer, we were like begging Nick Morgan, who is MIA. We were begging Nick Morgan to audition for Flagman. Bobby got the whole thing set up, found the right, Bobby, and he didn't want to do it.
He's ready to be his NIL agent and everything. No,
Yeah.
Everybody's watching Nicole eat.
pretty much right now. Uh-huh.
This hits so hard right now.
And it's a salad with chicken, you said?
No, it's a Greek salad.
It's a Greek
It's
salad.
leftovers from the golf place, Hudson Golf in Hoboken.
Interesting.
It's like a golf simulator.
Yeah, they have
Like-
those everywhere now. Yeah. Uh-huh.
They had like flatbread pizzas. They had a wedge salad. But they
Did
had,
you, Nicole? Did you golf? Are you a golfer?
oh, I suck.
Well, I didn't. But did you try at least?
I did, and it kept telling me to go back to the putt and do it again because I wasn't getting anywhere.
I'm pretty good at mini golf, so I can do mini golf. That's
Yeah,
about
it's not
it.
the same.
Mini
But
golf,
the
and that's
funny-
about it.
The funny part is I ended up winning somehow because I was stuck in the sand pit and my coworker was trying to like help me get out of it, and she like clicked something on the screen and it says I had it in the hole. So I ended up winning because of that.
It's
But
one
yeah,
way
I
to go.
learned that I suck at golf.
Most people do. Don't feel so bad.
Yeah. So,
People who play it their whole life suck at golf.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, do you suck at golf?
No, I don't even play it.
Were we talking about the honeymooners the other? Who was talking about the honeymooners?
we
You
were
were.
talking about the honeymooners the other day. Yeah.
Right?
You
Yeah,
started.
Ed Norton addressing the ball. Hello, ball. Right, that one.
Yes. I spent the summer. My father-in-law tried to teach me how to play golf. His goal was to shoot a 90, which would be one over par on each hole. My
Right.
goal was to have what I was doing on the golf course be recognizable as playing golf to someone standing on the golf course watching me, as opposed to what the hell is that guy doing with his clubs? And I think I achieved that twice in the whole summer. So at that point, I decided to give the golf clubs to my dad, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, I've done par 3 and I've gotten good at it, and then never went to I've never played a real full size. So we'll see. Maybe someday, or maybe I'll get back into doing a par 3.
Actually, par threes are fun. I used to play golf. You know, I learned. I took lessons way back in my corporate life. I stopped a long time ago, but you know, par 3 I could probably still pick up.
That's how you get good, right? By going to par 3s.
You want to give
Par
me like
3s
You
in a
look at your
dri-
short game. That's half the battle. That's what
So who
happens
else? Who else impressed you guys tonight? Who else did you think played well?
there. I'm looking at the.
Well, I mentioned State and McRae in the first half, keeping us in the game.
And I think Adam Clark played better. You know, they all started to, like, in the second half of the game. I thought Seton Hall was, they were trying to, for some reason tonight. I don't know if it was me or me and you at the same game, Nick, but I thought the officials. I don't know what was wrong with them tonight. They were just, they were calling everything. I mean, it was like an everything call
That was
tonight.
just like the other game we were at Monday's game.
I think
Yeah,
what happens
against Fairfield.
when you're
Yeah.
aggressive and you press a lot and you reach, like Paul said it perfectly, you're going to get calls if they're. I mean, they were calling it tight. Okay, no doubt about it. But that's going to happen. And there was one thing with a backcourt play, and the fans were going crazy, and Shaw was going crazy. And I sit next to a high school official, a very good high school official, and he said that was not backcourt because in order for the ball to be backcourt, you have to have possession, and we never had possession. So,
like in the start of the game when Monmouth got the ball, I thought when the guy was, I think it was Collins at the free throw line. I thought he had got 4 shots or 3, whatever it is.
Yeah, there were
for
2
some
lane
reason,
violations tonight, Bill. They called a
okay,
lane violation
okay,
on that one, and they called a lane violation in the second half.
all
I
right,
think
thanks, Paul.
I think AJ fell in the second half.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
But I think Nick, one of the things, my father used to be a youth referee,
right.
and in a sloppy game, even if there's not a lot of contact, in a game where there's a lot of loose balls, a lot of steals, a lot of kind of sloppy play, the refs just start blowing the whistle for no other reason than to restore order. And I think that's what we saw tonight. There was so often balls were being tapped out of the back. A guy would come up and tap the ball away.
I think both teams tonight, for some reason, they were, like I was sitting by one of my colleagues, and I was just telling them, I think Mountain was very aggressive. Like, Collins was, they were just, for some reason, I thought Mountain came out and they were aggressive, and Seton Hall picked it up in the second half.
That's a great point.
Mm.
I'll say this. I'll say King Rice is a very good coach, and his teams are always ready to play. And what King Rice made a good point is he didn't know since he beat us last year if we'd schedule him this year, and that was hysterical. But we did. And then I'm like, we can't lose to this team 2 years in a row. We just can't. We will be.
That's what you said to me. That's what you said to me at halftime. When I was going to the press room, we can't lose I was like, oh God! And the game going down towards the end, I thought it was, like Paul said, I think your referees were just, for some reason, that one incident with the lane violation, but I thought they were just a little too. They just let them play. You know what I mean? Let them play. That's my whole scenario. Let these guys play, and that's what it is.
My whole thing, my beef with the officials, and I've been saying this for years. These guys get good money. They say these guys, believe it or not, get like $5K a game. Okay, so they're going to maximize. They are going all over the flipping country to do these games. So I'm sure all these guys worked last night, and I'm sure they're working tomorrow night. And how can you be a 60-year-old man and keep up with 20-year-old kids? It's exhausting. I don't know. And then, so if you're behind and you're not seeing it, I don't know. You're going to make up by blowing your whistle. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan. I think there should be a limit on how many games you can work a week. I'm sorry, but yeah, I really do. I think that's the problem. How can you work 80 games, 80, 90 games in a NCAA basketball schedule? That's insane. These guys don't have full-time jobs because they're making money 3 months, 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to look that up tomorrow about how many games these officials could referee.
Yeah, no,
You know
there's
what I
no
mean?
limit. But look up and they'll tell you how many games the guys worked.
But all I know is for
Okay.
sure, though, regardless of the sport, the NFL, the NHL, college basketball, no matter the division or type of level, referees, umpires have always been bad and will continue to be bad. It is nothing new. They can be doing only one game a week, once a month, 5 in a week. It doesn't matter. It's a hard job, and they only have 2 eyes, and they have to see everything. And
Well,
that's just the bottom line.
To
Yes,
your point,
because
Mike,
make a lot
you
of
only
plays.
notice them if they're bad, right?
wasn't one, and and I share this with Nick, and Nick could remember this. Seton Hall had played at the Garden, and it was in the Big East tournament. I guess it was Marquette,
Yep.
and one of the officials I'm trying to think of his name. Eddie Corbett,
James Breeding.
James
James
Breeding,
Breeding.
and
One
he
of the worst
made.
officials. I think the guy's god awful, and yet he gets Final Fours. So what do I know?
Watch,
Oh,
Nick. You're gonna get fined 25 grand by the NCAA.
Oh God, you'll pay it for me, Nicole. You're the boss. You and Tom will pay it for me.
Could you really get fined for that though?
No, not we can't.
No. If you
Can
are
we?
if you are a player that criticizes the referees, or if you're a head coach in the NHL that criticizes the referees, the head coaches get fined $25,000
Nice.
for talking shit. Well, excuse me, for talking crap about. It's been a long day.
I allow it. Don't worry about it. You can swear all
For
you want.
for talking crap about the reffing. Players, I think they get not as much of a fine. I think it's somewhere between 10 to 15 grand. But it's something that I've always have been critical of because John Tortorella, if you know him, you know him.
Torch.
He's the most honest guy in the NHL when it comes to this. So we all know he's telling the truth, and I would pay that damn fine for him because I want him to talk. I want him to talk. I'm so mad he's not a coach right now.
Oh, I know.
He's been around the block once or twice, right?
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I used to hate him when he coached the Rangers and the Canucks, but as I've gotten older and as he's matured as a coach, I just love it.
Obviously, can win a Stanley Cup.
I know.
Nicole, did Professor Bernstein have fun the other night, Monday night, at her inaugural game this year?
I guess so. I mean, I haven't really heard from her.
Yeah, I figured she would come on, but yeah, if you didn't hear, Jeff Kovach, the great Jeff from Point Pleasant, who now owns 2 car washes, very, very good entrepreneurial man.
One in
had 2
Toms
extra
River.
tickets. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, what?
The one in Toms River is on Fisher Boulevard.
Is that his first car wash?
Yes.
And he just popped $1 million or something into it?
Yeah, when he bought it.
Wow.
Him and his
God
business
bless.
partner. I knew he owned a car wash, but I never knew where it actually was until one day we were down the shore and we were driving down Fisher Boulevard, and then I saw Prestige and I was like, oh wait, that's Kovach's place.
If you're in the Toms River, South Jersey area, please check out Prestige
Sounds
Auto
like
Body. Tell them you're a fan of the show,
sponsor.
and I'm sure
Can we
Jeff
get a
will take care of you.
sponsorship?
I'm sorry, yeah, sponsorship.
I mean, we kind of already do like
I know.
fake sponsorships already. So
We have
all we got to do is just add the little graphic, and really,
yeah.
it's a sponsor technically.
And then everyone, before the next Walsh game, please visit Seton Hall legendary Bunnies. Bunnies is great. They liked our show the other day. And please check out Bunnies. Jeff was there. It's a great atmosphere before the game. Just don't wait for like a half hour before the game or it's going to be too crowded for you. But definitely recommend Bunnies. Nicole's never been to Bunnies, but that's okay.
Me either.
No, wait.
Bill, you've never been to Bunnies?
Yes,
Come
I
on.
have.
No, nope.
You're a Reservoir guy, right? You have to go to
Yeah.
no, not the Reservoir. Star Tavern, right? You're a Star Tavern guy?
Yeah.
Star Tavern and Orange. But Bunnies is almost as good as Star Tavern.
So a couple.
Nicole, do you like Bunnies?
One point.
I've never had their pizza, but I've been there.
Go, Paul.
Well, I'm looking at the Big East schedule for Saturday, and I made this point on the Facebook group, but I think it's worth saying again. The Big East only has one out of conference victory against either a power four or opponent.
Not good.
And that is Georgetown's win over Maryland.
Yep.
Wow.
So this weekend, there's some ground that the Cup. Georgetown's playing Clemson. Marquette has Maryland. Butler has SMU. And UConn is playing Villanova. I'm sorry, UConn is playing Brigham Young at a game in the TD Garden in Massachusetts, in Boston.
Wow.
Which will probably be very much a UConn home game.
Didn't someone else play Brigham Young already this year?
Yeah, Villanova played Brigham Young and actually led with 7 minutes to go before that freshman went nuts.
That freshman's really
but
good,
Marquette,
right? The number one NIL player in the country.
Oh, you've been talking about him all year. Bobby's been talking about him all year.
Yeah, Bobby and I.
that this kid from
And I
Brigham
just saw,
Young, how the hell?
and Paul, real quick, they just signed somebody from the G League to join the team. Because so
Well,
that's
changed that
available
rule
all
now.
of a sudden. That's available now. G League guys can now play college ball. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
really.
go.
You said sign them, but they got to enroll in school, right? You just can't grab
No.
a 30-year-old and say, be on my team. He has to be a student, correct?
Yeah.
You can't get too
In a
crazy
perfect
with it.
world, yeah.
Student.
In a perfect world, yeah.
They're
Perfect
still
world.
requiring college basketball players to a college that they play for. That's good because
That's how it should be.
that might be the next thing.
That might not last too long.
In what was the Rodney Dangerfield money when he went back to school, when he went back to college?
Great movie.
Back to school.
So Rodney Dangerfield could have been on the diving team or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. He could try it. Well, it would depend on when
He
his
did.
eligibility started. Once you enroll, you have 5 years to use up your eligibility.
And
So,
does your
if
age
you've
matter?
never gone, no, I don't think your age matters. So I guess LeBron never played, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
Just his one.
So I
His
guess
son
he can
now is
come
in
back.
Arizona.
Yeah.
But
I
LeBron
think there
can go
has
back
to
to
be an age. There's an age.
But I
There
wanna go
almost
back
has to be
There
an
has
age.
to be
To
an
your
age,
point
yeah.
about that the students they have to attend the college stuff, but do they really though? Because in reality, they're always traveling, practicing, playing. So they really are they really even in class? If we think about it, are they really even attending the
I mean, when
university
I
in
was a
reality?
student,
Yeah, they're dorming there, but still.
when I was a student, I'm not gonna name names, but I know a specific player had to be begged to go to class. And it was an easy class. Like he just did not want to go to class.
I could tell you some now too, but
Yeah, but on the
we're not
flip
going to
side
do
of
that right now. We're live.
I'm not going to name names either. But there's some students, players who were very good students.
Yeah, no, it
Like
doesn't.
house
Yeah, I'm
staff.
not saying it's every player, but
No.
there's
I know
that.
the assistant coaches, one of their jobs is to make sure that the kids do go to class. Like Seton
Yeah.
Hall's been always very good with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, the ones that get into their heads and think who they are. Not this year's team, obviously, but a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
When your own teammates are begging you to go to class, that's a red flag.
Because no matter what your NIL is, it's all going to end. And at some point, you're going to need that degree, that piece of paper
exactly.
to open a door somewhere.
Fair point.
And the biggest thing, I don't think that they really think about this too much. No one could ever take your education from you.
That's
That piece of paper is yours, and no one could ever take that from you. You are certified in whatever field you want to go into. You work damn hard for that. You go use that.
Preach, Nicole, preach.
But yeah, no one could ever take your education from you. So finish the 4 years, get that degree, then maybe do another year or so in college if you want your eligibility. I don't know how it works really too much anymore because it's all mixed up. But I think I've been saying this for a while. With all this NIL, I think it's lost its way, and we forget that these institutions are not just a place for sports. It's a place to learn and grow and pretty much learn how to navigate life after being a kid for so long. Like, you got to go out in the real world. You got to make money. You got to support a family one day. You need the foundation to do that. And sports
Well, that's
is
why I
not
think it was so good to see Remus and Jaden Bediako back. Coming
Yeah.
back to the school that they obviously have a connection to. And if you don't go to class, I don't think you have that
No.
same connection, right, Nicole?
No,
Like, how
no.
could you?
And I'm still very good friends with most of my professors. That should tell you something.
Well, with that note, let's go ahead and do our final thoughts. I know Paul has to go to work. Oh man.
Yeah, I do too.
And Nicole has to go
And
to
we
work.
got to rest. And we all got to rest up. We have a 9:00 game tomorrow for the women. We got to watch that.
At
Are we
9
doing-
at night, yeah.
Are we doing a show for them too tomorrow or no?
Might be a
I'd
little
stay
late.
up.
Yeah, it might be too late.
And what time are the Maui? 2:30 Maui our time or 2:30 Hawaii time?
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
I would love to do a show after. I mean, the goal is to do a show after every game. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that.
If it's 2:30 our time, then
Maybe Sunday. I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
like
maybe we
Paul,
can do a Sunday.
like Paul said, we got to start getting back to our regular show as well, right?
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
pick a date and just stick to it.
Thursday.
I think Thursday would be the best day,
don't
as long as
forget-
if there's no games.
Wait. If it's Thursday, though, the one and only elfin imitated, never duplicated, the guy with a cat, a dog, whatever he has. Ryan T.
Scoop.
Louis- I mean, do we should we cater to him? Like, I
If
don't
you
know.
think about it, though,
Can we
Thursday may not
cater
actually
to
work out
him?
either because Thursday has the women. We have the women game next week, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
but Nicole and all our infinite academics did a breakdown of both teams, and Thursday was the one day that they played the least.
Yeah.
The question is, did Nicole pick Thursday because of that, or because that's a day that Luigi can't make it?
No, I picked it because it's easier for me.
Well, I think
But-
because there's probably no shows on because Tuesday's Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
Wednesday,
Tuesday's Dancing with the Stars.
Wednesday's all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
But Scoop said that he cannot do any days that there are a football
And
game
why?
on because he has his football after hours
Is
show
he a
and
compulsive gambler?
he just likes to prepare for his shows.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. For no matter what
And
you
they're
go on the
gambling
airport.
shows?
By the way,
mean,
I'll make
quite-
a quick announcement. We have a new show joining us. It's I forgot the exact name, but it's a New York Giants football show. Be joining us first week of December. It's actually from Kurt's crew,
Okay.
Kenny and Paul. So we have a New York Giants show joining us in December.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because they weren't on Kurt's channel. Now they're moving here.
They're moving us. Yeah, I talked to them last night, and
Okay.
might even be a baseball show next year called New York, New York. They do that, and we might, we
All
might
righty.
combine resources for both shows. Like,
When
I'm
do
a
they
Giant
usually
guy.
go on?
What's that?
When do they usually go on?
Mondays. Giant shows on Monday, so I'm gonna hop on and help them out a little bit because I know I'm pretty fluent with the Giants. So, and
All right.
they're coming aboard in December, so we're starting to grow.
Like I said to you,
That's awesome.
Bobby, I'm gonna stick to this. This is my bread and butter. But I think the younger people in our group should take advantage and do everything they can. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go
I
to
think
do
we-
some final thoughts.
I think we need to convince Scoop to drop Thursdays to come on with us at least once.
I gotta say
he
this.
was on earlier. Why isn't he not on now? Because I
I
think
don't
What do you mean
know.
he was on earlier?
Because when I was on earlier, like 8 o'clock, they were on already. Their show.
He-
They should
he
be
Why
done.
were
is
they on
extremely-
so early?
He
They're
is
done.
extremely
They're no longer
entertaining.
live because I'm subscribed to their channel.
You keep it track.
Okay, Eli, let me ask you a question.
They're done.
Is
It was
he
only
as
1
good-
hour.
Scoop was holding a baseball show earlier.
All right,
At
let me
8
ask you a
o'clock.
question. Bill and Eli, is Scoop better on those shows or is he better on our show?
I like
Well,
him
I
on
mean-
our show
We like about our show because of the laughs and everything.
because
but-
you know why? Because you know I like when he turns that Pringles or the dog.
or a cat, whatever it is.
Right. I think
Wait,
he's
wait,
better
wait,
on our
wait,
show.
wait, wait.
I
It
mean,
wasn't
I don't know
football.
if he realizes that, but this is your bread and butter.
I don't think
Luigi.
it was football tonight, unless he's doing football after hours at midnight. Thursdays is What's the Scoop, which is his show, like his personal show.
Right. And has he ever invited any of us to go on What's the Scoop?
Well, guess what? I went on a year ago, and apparently, when I went on, it gave him the most viewers all time in the history of the
I believe
K&K
that.
show.
I totally believe that. Yeah.
But no, it was literally the most views in the history of the channel itself, not just his show.
Nicole, I 100% believe that because I see our numbers. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a hockey show. We talked Flyers, we talked Devils, all that.
All right. Eli wants us to do final thoughts
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
know
like,
Paul wants
for the
Paul's
past
been
10 minutes.
DMing
We're
me
just
to
trying
just
hijack
end
it.
it already. But yeah, all right. So go ahead, Paul. You go ahead, start us off. Final thoughts.
So I think that everybody's thinking about the Maui already, and we have one game on Tuesday night against the University of New Haven at the Prue Center. It will be New Haven's 5th game in Division One.
Have they won yet? Have they won?
I've got to take a look. I know that they played a lot of good teams, got beat all the time.
Okay.
But they'll be playing. You know, here we are in the Prue Center for another game against the team we're supposed to beat. Before the team gets on an airplane to fly out to Hawaii. So to see them put it all together, you know, the way you're supposed to against the team you're supposed to beat.
1 and 3 is
Up
their
to this
standings.
point-
It looks like.
Yeah, up to this point, we've been tolerating the team stays around for a half, and then we win in the second half, and that's the way our games have gone. I'd like to be up 15-2 at the first TV timeout,
Yeah.
and just blow a team out. And I'd like to hit 10 threes after we take 24 of them, as
We're
opposed
not
to
built
7
to
after we
shoot
take
threes,
24.
guys. You are
We
what
get
they
that,
say.
but not.
We're not.
We get that, no problem. But we're not taking 22 shots and only making 7 of the 22.
We
That's
counted on
unacceptable either.
Jacob Dar. We thought Jacob Dar was going to be our silver bullet off the bench with threes, and he's not.
Again, 1,000%. I 1,000% agree with you. This is not a 3-point shooting team. But once again,
Yeah,
we cannot be going 7 for 22 and have these high numbers, and we're making low number shots going in.
Here's
Eli and I have a philosophical disagreement. I want to take more, we'll make more. He thinks every time we throw up a 3 and throw up an air, it's a wasted trip down the floor. So we'll have to see how that's pretty much how this is going to go all year. But anyway, that's my final thought. Don't look past University of New Haven.
By the way, here's your schedule so far. They lost to UConn by 24.
Yep.
That might have been charitable because they're a new program, and you know Danny Hurley's a good guy. They lost to Columbia by 18.
Yep.
They lost to Penn State by 44.
40.
They beat.
By the way, at home.
Yeah. And they beat UMass by
they beat UMass Lowell. They
6.
beat by 6. And they got
Yeah,
Delaware
that's not
State
really
this weekend.
UMass, right? That's UMass with a dash.
Lowell, yeah.
All right. Bill, final thoughts.
Yeah, my final thoughts are, let's say a prayer for the Felton family, and hope he gets better soon. And also, I think Seton Hall, is going to come back and get another win. And we just have the team just has to improve. What they didn't do in the first half compared to the second half, which they did well. And just take it one game at a time.
All right, Bobby.
One month from today, December 13th, we play fuckers. That's the only game I have on my side. I know Paul's the same way. He lives down there. So he's that game's marked off. We got to beat. They're ranked ahead of us for some reason. All these preseason publications. We got to take care of business. By the way, tickets for New Haven starting at $4.80.
Okay.
So no excuse not making the game next week.
No excuse.
All right, $4. I think I can afford it.
Even a student can afford it. I'm there in the corner.
But the only thing is parking and transportation. But the tolls are worth more.
Yeah, tickets $4, parking $35. There you go.
And then the tolls. I had the tolls too.
Oh, by the way, final thoughts. Great time the other night with the Sandro game. Last time I go cheap on tickets, the seats I was in, the stairs were like this.
Yep, that's Barclays Center for you.
Like this. I was like, no, I'm too old for this crap. I sat somewhere right on the edge because I would have fell down and flipped down 3, 5, 10 rows.
Barclays Center has.
I'm getting old and I'm not taking that height anymore.
Barclays Center has the worst arena seats and stairs. They try to fit too many people in, and they're so steep, those stairs. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I did not expect that. I was like, I ain't doing this. I'm too old.
Nope.
By the way, Sandro is great. He got his diploma, as I posted. Great time, and I'm looking forward to possibly a bunch of us going to the Devils game in April.
All right. Nick, go ahead. Final thoughts.
So this was a game. I know, they're saying circle Rutgers on the. This was a game I circled on the calendar, and there was no way we could have lost this game. Yet we were down 7 at halftime. Luigi, hop on. I see him. Oh, there he goes. His dog was barking. He had to get off.
Just have a talk.
So yeah. I just, guys, let's just keep it up. This is a great show. Let's try to do it after every game. No matter what, we're a good viewership. Eli, thank you so much for preparing. Great teamwork. Nicole, yep. I'm glad you decided to come on. You only make this show better. Gary Dreyfus, everyone else who pops on, we appreciate you. And, again, saw John Fanta tonight. Go Pirates.
By the way, Nick, next week we have to help Jersey Jerry Foster to get on the show.
Yeah, he's 85 years old. I'd love to have him on the show.
All right.
Oh, Eli, real quick, just so you know, I changed the video. It should be on there. I made a longer video for the intro.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that.
I also, at the end, I did a blooper video. Me and Nick recording the. It's on there as well for the end.
All right, I'll take a look at that and I'll upload all that stuff. I know there were some channel issues trying to get it, so it looks like there's 15 different shows for some reason on our YouTube. We got to fix that later. I don't know what happened.
We'll work on that.
Yep. Final thoughts. Another win for Seton Hall. Let's see how it goes next week with New Haven, and then they prepare their trip for Maui. Go Devils, and yeah. Nicole, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. This is a public service announcement. If you want Scoop on this show, please go spam his Facebook and tell him to come on our show. Because he's saying that Thursday nights are not going to work, and we're not tolerating that.
If you could text us, you can join.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that was my feeling for Nicole tonight. Nicole and Christine are in the chat.
She did.
Get on the damn show.
I literally walked through the door right as the game ended.
So did I.
My feet are literally.
Oh my God, my dogs are barking. Please, Nicole.
I don't have dogs.
That's what you say when your feet are sore.
Oh. It's so bad. I walked so much today.
We got Scoop. We got Scoop's dog. We got Nicole's dog. It's a canine extravaganza here.
I don't even have a dog. The closest thing I had to a pet was a fish.
It's a dog family show.
All right, Nicole, final comments.
Final comments. If you're not a member of this Facebook group, I don't know why you're here, but please go join the Facebook group. You get access to our game threads. You get access to Paul's great opponent scouting reports, which I promise you I will get you a better graphic once I start getting some time to do them. They're amazing. It's pretty much professional work, in my opinion. We also have women's game coverage. I know that they're not as popular within our group, but we're working on expanding that and making them more popular because I believe they deserve it.
You got it.
I believe they deserve as much love as we give the men. So please, let's give some support to Coach.
Absolutely, and we love
that.
By the way, have you seen the postings of the recruits coming in?
Yes.
I only saw one today.
6'4", 6'5", and a couple of shooters.
Honestly, my favorite part about those graphics are the glitter basketballs.
Oh boy.
I love that.
Oh boy.
Well, with that, thank you for joining us and have a great night.
God bless.
Go Hawks.
Good night.